Hey, how y'all doing? So, today I'm going to be talking about sleep. And obviously, animals sleep differently. Some sleep shorter than others, some sleep more often. Some animals sleep in very weird ways. But before I start explaining the different types of sleep, I gotta explain the times animals are active. Well, first we have diurnal, or animals being active during the day. We have nocturnal, or animals being active at night. We have crepuscular, which is animals that are active during dusk and dawn. And we have cathemeral, which is animals that are active during both day and night. But let me start off with monophasic sleepers. Now, monophasic sleepers are animals that sleep for one long period of time. For example, humans. We have a period of time where we sleep like at nighttime, or at daytime, because there are some people that like to have all-nighters, so there's that. Obviously, we take these long periods of time for sleeping to stay awake and active when we're awake. Great apes are another example of monophasic sleepers. And now we go to polyphasic sleepers. And polyphasic sleepers are animals that sleep for a shorter amount of time, but during different periods. Polyphasic sleepers are more likely to be animals that have to constantly stay alert because sleep is a point of vulnerability. Now, some animals that are polyphasic sleepers are dogs, birds, and cats. They sleep around 4 to 6 times a day because, like I said, you have to stay alert because sleep is a state of vulnerability. Larger animals are more likely to sleep than smaller animals. Take, for example, elephants. Elephants sleep for only about 3 hours a day, while mice sleep for about 12 hours a day. And now, why is that? Well, smaller animals spend more energy during the day than larger animals, so the need for more sleep is necessary. And now we get to the next group of animal sleepers, and unihemispherical sleepers are their name. This is just a fancy way to say animals that sleep with half of their brain awake. And whichever eye is closed, so the right eye, if the right eye is closed, that means the right side of the brain is sleeping. If the left eye is closed, the left side of the brain is sleeping. Now, some unihemispherical sleepers include marine mammals like seals, dolphins, walruses, and manatees. Obviously, if you're living underwater and you're a mammal, you gotta breathe some air. So obviously, half of your brain has to be asleep and awake if you gotta get some air, eventually at least. But while I'm on the topic of marine mammals, I'm pretty sure y'all have seen the picture of the sperm whale sleeping. And now, not much is known about their sleep patterns, so that's kind of weird. Hopefully, one day we can learn more about them. But now, fish do have a unique way of sleeping. Some just float in place while staying alert. Other fish will go into mud, sand, or coral to sleep. But probably the most unique is the parrotfish. The parrotfish will create a cocoon-like structure out of mucus to protect itself. Now, I've mentioned fish, birds, and mammals. What about reptiles? How do reptiles sleep? Well, sadly, reptile sleep isn't really studied that much, so we don't really know that much about their sleep. Lizards sleep on the leaves or in other areas from predators to protect themselves. Crocodiles are actually unihemispherical sleepers. They sleep this way to be alerted for threats or for food. Snakes don't have eyelids, so they'll sleep with their eyes open, and they can sleep for days while digesting their food. Amphibians like frogs will go into an unconscious-like state with their eyes a bit open just in case there are any threats. And a quick mention of hibernation, since we're on the topic of sleep. This whole video is about sleep, so. But anyways, hibernation. Bears do not hibernate. They're still awake during the winter, so they just slow down their heart rate and metabolism. Basically, every animal during hibernation does this. But some animals that truly hibernate include frogs, salamanders, bats, groundhogs, some snakes, some turtles, and hedgehogs. But anyways, that's it. I'm out. I'm going to sleep.